Shalom and welcome to another eye-opening edition of the Forefront Radio, where the truth is restored, lies are exposed, and the voices of the 12 tribes are amplified. I'm your host, Aphiel, Levi, Israel, and today we're asking a critical question. What is destroying black communities around the world? From Africa to the Americas, the Caribbean to Europe, our people suffer from systemic oppression, cultural deception, and a spiritual warfare beyond what we understand. But the word of the Most High gives us answers. Let's first touch on colonialism and slavery first, as an example of what's impacting our people today. For example, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." This is not Egypt the country, it's symbolic of slavery. Our ancestors were packed on ships, sold into slavery in America, the Caribbean islands, and Brazil. The prophecy was fulfilled, but churches won't teach you that. Joel chapter 3 verse 3 says this, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink." This is the spiritual root of our destruction. They were sold and dehumanized, and today our communities are still being bought and sold through corporate exploitation, low wages, and land grabs. Now let's talk about the policing and mass incarcerations. Everywhere you look, America, the United Kingdom, Brazil, South Africa, black men are targets of police misconduct and imprisonment. Isaiah 42:22 says, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses." Mass incarceration is not justice. It's a modern form of slavery. Black men wake up to 13% of the population, but over 38% of its prison population. More like 40 to 50% if you include Hispanics. Slave patrols evolved into modern police departments. In Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 1 it says, "So I return and consider all the oppressions that were done under the sun, and the tears of such as had no comforter, and on the side of their oppressors there was power." Where's the outcry? Where's the comfort for our people? Cultural deception, media, music, and identity theft. They stole your land, then your names, then your history. In Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4 it says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee." Our Afro-Hebraic identity was erased and replaced with African American, Caribbean, Negro, FBA. Today's media pushes a destructive image, violent music, broken families, and lust over love. Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7 says, "For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he." They programmed us to see ourselves as criminals and thugs and whores. They control the narrative and feed us destruction through entertainment. Let's talk about family breakdown and feminism's weaponization. The Most High established the family, but Babylon hates what God made. Genesis 2:24 says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife." Today we see more fatherless homes. We see bitter gender wars on the internet and social media. We see single motherhood at record highs. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12 says, "For as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them." This isn't empowerment, y'all. It's imbalance. Radical feminism was weaponized to divide the black home. Welfare systems punish marriage. The result, weak families, angry children, and disconnected men. Let's touch on the spiritual deception and loss of our covenant. The worst part? Many of us have abandoned the Most High. Many of us don't even want to pick up the Bible and read. Instead, we follow religious ideologies given to us by our captors. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15 says, "It shall come to pass, if you will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." We are the biblical Israelites, not Muslims. We are not Christians under Rome. We are God's chosen people. Yet we continue to break God's commandments, from Sabbath disobedience to idolatry, witchcraft, sexual immorality, as well as chasing money, our sin invites our suffering. Now, what's the solution? We need to return to our covenant. The good news is this: the Most High is calling us home. Christ is a black man according to the Bible. 2 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 14 says, "If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven and will heal their land." Baruch chapter 2 verse 30 says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves." We must return to keeping the commandments, to honoring the Sabbath, to restoring righteous families, to understanding our true identity as children of the Most High, the sons and daughters of Jacob. To those listening, it's time to wake up. Our enemies won't save us. Our governments won't save us. Only the Most High can save us. Join us in this walk of repentance. Teach your children the truth. Study the laws of the Bible, the prophecies, and the history. Support this ministry via alms, via paypal.me/APHIELLEVI or cash.app$APHIELLEVI. Connect with us on all our platforms at The Forefront Radio. This has been The Forefront Radio. Stay strong, stay vigilant, and above all, stay in the commandments of the Most High. Shalom.